Salutations! In this video, I will explore the Siege of Yorktown. Background: the Siege of Yorktown was a major military engagement that took place from September 28 to October 19, 1781, during the American Revolutionary War. The battle was fought in and around the small Virginia town of Yorktown, which was then occupied by British forces. The siege was the result of a series of strategic maneuvers and clashes that had been taking place between the British and American armies in the southern colonies. In May of 1781, the British commander in the southern colonies, Lord Cornwallis, led his army from Wilmington, North Carolina, to Virginia. His army consisted of about 7,500 troops, and he was met with resistance from about 4,500 troops led by Marquis de Lafayette and Baron von Steuben. Cornwallis retreated to Yorktown, which was a small town on the Virginia coast. There, he began fortifying his position and preparing for a siege. Prelude to battle. Once Cornwallis had retreated to Yorktown, the American and French forces began to surround him. The French fleet, commanded by Admiral de Grasse, arrived off the coast of Yorktown in August of 1781. The fleet blocked the Chesapeake Bay, preventing the British from receiving reinforcements or supplies from their northern army in New York City. At the same time, American and French troops began to move into position to attack the British from land. General George Washington commanded the American and French land forces. In early September, Washington's army began to arrive in Virginia from the north. By the end of September, the Franco-American army had grown to around 17,000 troops, while Cornwallis had about 9,000 troops under his command. The battle. On September 28, the Franco-American forces began their attack on the British positions around Yorktown. The siege involved a series of battles and skirmishes as the Americans and French worked to wear down the British defenses. The French Navy provided support by bombarding the British positions with artillery fire from the sea. Over the next few days, the Americans and French pushed the British back further and further into the town of Yorktown. By the first week of October, the British were effectively surrounded, and their supplies were running low. Cornwallis realized that he could not hold out much longer, and he began negotiating the terms of his surrender. On October 19, 1781, the British Army under Cornwallis surrendered to the Franco-American forces. More than 8,000 British troops were taken prisoner, and the Americans and French seized more than 200 artillery pieces. Aftermath and significance. The Siege of Yorktown was a significant victory for the Americans and the French. It was the last major battle of the American Revolutionary War, and it effectively ended the conflict. The surrender of Cornwallis and his army was a major blow to the British, and it forced them to recognize American independence. The Siege of Yorktown also had important consequences for the future of American military strategy. The use of combined land and sea forces was a new development in warfare, and it would become a crucial part of American military doctrine in future conflicts. Finally, the Siege of Yorktown was a turning point in the history of the American Revolution. It demonstrated that the American army and its allies were capable of defeating the powerful British army. The victory at Yorktown gave the Americans and the French a sense of confidence and unity that would help to sustain them in the years ahead. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, as it would be a great help and keep you notified of new content.